You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and for the next 2 weeks, our show is presented by Life is Good, a locally owned and operated store in New London where they offer a wide variety of Life is Good products, including t-shirts, hoodies, PJs, and accessories. I'll be joined by Victor Prieto, the owner of this wonderful store that is part of the Tucker's complex of shops. Kathleen Stowell from the Lake Sunapee Protective Association will give us a look at their programs for kids. We'll bring highlights from the grand opening of the new home of the Center for the Arts, and we'll close with an uplifting Easter message by Pastor Charles Glidewell. Don't go away because spring is upon us, so you won't want to miss this week's edition of your Yankee Chronicle.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the Life is Good store here in New London, right beside Tucker's. And I'm now joined by the owner of Life is Good here. Hi, Victor.
Hi, Abby.
Thanks for hosting us. This is a very spring place to be.
Our pleasure, our pleasure.
Tell us about Life is Good store. You're fairly new, opening just at the end of 2024. How did this come to be?
Well, we saw that the space was available, and my wife and I started thinking, what could be good in this area? My wife had introduced me to the Life is Good concept about 8 years ago or so, and we truly loved it. And we thought it would work really well here. We wanted to put something retail related as opposed to another professional building. There's plenty of, real estate brokers and investment management. So we thought retail would be good here. The concept attracted us in the sense of, it's a community-based brand, and it pushes optimism. It pushes, living in the outdoors, doing things for the good of, the community, etc. So we were very attracted to the concept, and we decided to take the risk and open it.
Amazing. And I never realized how much it's customizable. So you have things that say Life is Good New London. You have things that say talk about Sunapee, and specific things that you think would make sense to a shopper that comes in. A lot of skiing, outdoors things. But it's not just Life is Good and then leave, with your things that say it. It's a lot of customizable things that you can pick and choose.
That is correct. We have a program that is called the Name Drop, and what we try to do is customize things for our area, for New Hampshire, and particularly the Upper Valley, etc. So yes, on Sunapee, during the winter, we had a lot of ski-related stuff mentioning Sunapee. Now in the spring, we've introduced the New London Name Drop by popular demand. A lot of people came and asked us, New London, where is New London? Well, we have it now here. And we also plan to do a customization with some of the other local businesses.
Yep.
So
Amazing.
It's going to be fun.
And a lot of things, too, that speak to what people are interested in. You have a lot of things that are dog-related, cat-related, fishing, golfing. So you can really come in here and say, oh, I have a birthday coming up for somebody, or a holiday, Easter, whatever it may be, and find something that speaks for that person.
That's absolutely true. We try to cover all of the bases, all of the different outdoor activities, and pets, etc. everything that makes people feel good, it's what we try to focus on.
Tell us a little bit about you. Introduce us to you as now the face of this Life is Good store.
Hi, well, I'm an immigrant. I was born and raised in Mexico, and I came here to the United States to go to business school. And I met my wife. She's an American. I married. And we lived in Connecticut for many years, and we were always attracted to New Hampshire. And 11 years ago, we pulled the trigger and came to New Hampshire, to this beautiful area. We love it here. And, you know, the community embraced us, and we've been here ever since. Because of that, we wanted to see New London grow, and particularly grow its retail. We really believe that retail creates an atmosphere where people can go out and just stroll the streets and feel good about it. And you know, we're very happy to be here.
Absolutely. And I mean, your next door neighbor is one of the most popular breakfast and lunch places in the area. The foot traffic is incredible. I used to have an office in the back. I know how many people come in, and how wonderful that you've given a huge area that people can come and browse and look at things. And I'm sure that's wonderful feedback that you get from them of just, this, I really love this, or you should bring this, like you heard about New London. We want more New London.
That's correct. I mean, part of the attraction is, as you mentioned, Tucker's has, many times they have waiting times.
Yes.
And, you know, people are encouraged to come here and just spend their time browsing and chatting with us, telling us what they would like to see,
Sure.
What type of colors, what type of, right now, for example, we think it's a perfect season for hoodies. It's not too cold, but it's coldish. So we stacked up on hoodies, and we get a lot of feedback from the customers.
Amazing. I mean, those are the best people for it. As we wrap up here, what is the hopes and dreams for the next year here at Life is Good?
Well, our hopes is that most of the community gets to know us, and not only the New London, but all the surrounding towns, that they get to know that we're here, that they come visit us and check us out. They spread the word, because we hope to be here for many years.
I love it. Victor, thank you so much for hosting us. An amazing amount of things to come and look at here at Life is Good. And walking around, you think, oh, my friend would like this, my mom would like this. There's so much to look at. So wonderful job with all the inventory. And next week, we'll kind of do a product tour and talk about some of the things you have here.
You got it. Thank you, Abby.
Thank you. When we come back, Kathleen Stowell from LSPA will give us a look at their menu of activities and events for kids. But first, please listen to these words from another business that helps underwrite your Yankee Chronicle. Buy local, because that's the way to support those that support your favorite events and activities.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Many know the Lake Sunapee Protective Association from their mission to protect the waters of our watershed. With education as part of that mission, they like to start the process when kids are young. Let's hear what's happening. Hi, Kathleen.
You can check out our activity backpack. So we make use of partnerships with the area libraries, and they change seasonally. So we have right now, winter is in the backpack. And each backpack contains first a couple of storybooks that are seasonally appropriate. And then there are also some kind of resource books for parents that will give you a little bit more information, background information to share with your children, ideas of activities, a lot of really rich content about the seasonal changes that are going on all around us. There are these fabulous activity cards, laminated, so you can take them right out in your own backyard or onto the trail, that give you all kinds of ideas of activities, stories, things about animals, things about plants. Of course, there's a lot about snow in the winter, but just a wealth of material to work with. And then there are some tools too, like in the winter one, we have these nifty felt covered boards. And look, there's even a little dog hair on there. These are to catch snowflakes. So on a fresh snow day, you can walk out with this black felt colored board and catch snowflakes and see what they really look like with your kids. So they are available for checkout at the area libraries according to their own. Each library does a little bit differently. So you go in and check it out. There are usually some field guides in there. This one has a little bit about animals in winter. And as I said, they change seasonally. So it's something new every season. So in the summer, we also offer programs. Our Nest program runs in the summer, story time for young children and their caregivers. And then we also have special programs that change each summer. We do something a little bit different each summer. We run a field walk at the Fells in partnership with that organization to bring families, so it's open for kids and adults, to vernal pools and muck about a bit and see who's coming into those pools, the frogs, the salamanders. We talk about the life cycles of those creatures and give kids and adults a chance to explore them and learn a little bit more about them. So here at the Center for Lake Studies, not only can you come for programs, but you can come and see some of our fabulous displays. For instance, this beautiful model of the watershed and the watershed table. Oh, and here's my favorite. This is our where the water goes and how the water moves from the higher elevations down into the lake. We have 2 live animal exhibits. We have Moses, our turtle, who's a red-eared slider, a rescue, who's lived with us for many years. And then we also have young trout that are the product of our Trout in the Classroom initiative that we partner with Fish and Game so that students can raise trout eggs in their classrooms for release in area waterways. So all of these programs support our core mission to preserve and enhance the Lake Sunapee watershed. We're working to educate people, adults, children, visitors, residents, about the importance of taking care of this environment, action steps that you can do to preserve and enhance this beautiful place. Because it is the jewel that draws us all here, but in that jewel there can be destruction with people not behaving in a way or not acting in a way that will be beneficial to the plants and animals and natural spaces that we have here. We work very closely with all the towns in the watershed, providing guidance, help in creating initiatives such as the septic regulations that are being passed in several towns to help people understand the importance of maintaining their septic systems in a way that will keep them functioning properly, better for the people and better for the land. We work with the road crews to help make sure that people are educated about how to properly use sand and salt, and so that it minimizes its impacts on our waterways. We work with landscape professionals to help them understand some of the importance of best management practices in their landscaping. Again, to make sure that the waterways and our forest lands stay healthy for people and for all the animals and plants that live there. So of course, all of these programs, the center, the research that goes on here, the educational programming that goes on here, the work with towns that goes on here, it's all supported by membership dollars, by grant funding. So if you're interested in helping out, come on in, meet us, talk a little bit about what we do. If you're interested in membership, we can share information with you. If you have time to give, that's equally as appreciated. And we'd love to have you here at the center. Everything is found on our website, on the events page at lakesunapee.org. So you can always check that out. We update it seasonally, so there are things to come.
Thanks, Kathleen. When we come back, we'll bring you highlights from the grand opening of the new home of the Center for the Arts on Main Street in New London. But first, another edition of Underwriters that serve you and your Yankee Chronicle. Your business could be one too. Contact us at info@ycnnow.com to learn how.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. For 15 years, the Center for the Arts has been facilitating arts, performance, music activities, and more for our area. They now have a new home to provide additional services. Let's check it out at their grand opening.
We are thrilled to welcome you to our new Center for the Arts. The Center for the Arts has our first center ever, and as you can see, I think it's fantastic, and we have exactly what we've wanted to do here, which is to celebrate our local artists, to celebrate the amazing, wonderful gifts that art can give to each and every person. So we're thrilled to be able to offer this up to the community, offering art classes, music classes, artist drop-ins, writer drop-ins, art critique groups, speaker series. So there's a many variety of things that we can do in this space, and we're thrilled that we now have the space to do it. It's taken a village, it's taken a long time. As you know, we've done many, many events throughout the community, but now to have our own space, I think we're really at a new level, and it's all thanks to the board, to our staff, and to all of you, and so many of the artists for getting us to this place. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ready? There we go. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Well, we are just thrilled today to have our grand opening. The Center for the Arts has a center, and we're thrilled to be able to open this up as a beautiful gallery, studio, and creative classroom. This is the first time we've ever had a space where we can really display the arts of the talented local artists that we have, of the amazing art teachers that will be able to share gifts, music teachers, a place for people to convene. We already have artist drop-ins, we have writer drop-ins, we have speaker series here, we have different types of art gatherings, we have music lessons, we have painting classes. This is a place for the community. And we really couldn't have done this or come to this place without so many important people in the community who have helped us get there. We've had amazing board members, new board members, staff. This organization has grown so much. Our sponsors, our partners, our members, our donors, everyone has done so much to contribute to get us to this place. And I couldn't be more thrilled to now give this as a gift back to the community, to be creative and to be able to tap into something different, challenge themselves with something new, be inspired by a beautiful piece of artwork, by the different perspectives our artists have. So this is, to me, a great day to launch off and give this back to the community as their art and creative community space. So the Center for the Arts has been established to support, promote, and connect our literary, performing, and visual artists to the community. And it really enriches everyone, and we are thrilled to be able to partner with all the variety of different artists in our area. This is a very rich place full of great talent because of, I think, so much of the great beauty in our surroundings. So it's a wonderful opportunity for us to serve our artists and our community at the same time. Yes, so the Center for the Arts loves to do so much more. This space is fantastic, but we've always wanted to partner and support our community. So we've done so many different events, and we continue to do that. For example, Naturally New England, our art exhibit at the Livery in Sunapee Harbor. We've turned that into an arts weekend. You can look for that this July. So many things are happening. And we're thrilled to always be able to partner with our businesses and galleries and other organizations in the community for our First Friday micro gallery strolls. These are a huge endeavor for us, and it's a great way to allow our community to really every day be inspired and be moved by some of our great local artists. We have 5 different locations in town. We have artists at the New London Hospital. We have such a variety of different artists at each location. We have Blue Moon, Bar Harbor Bank, New London Inn. We have, of course, our space now, Browns. And so we're thrilled to be able to offer these beautiful spaces to showcase our local talent. And you can see that 4 times a year at our First Friday events. We offer a lot of different programming throughout the year. Humanities Mondays, which is our speaker engagement opportunities for people to learn about our culture and the arts and the community. We have so many different other opportunities. Our First Fridays, where we partner with other organizations to celebrate the amazing talents and organizations around here that make our community so vibrant. So if people want to know more about this space and what we're doing, we have a wonderful website, and we're on Facebook, Instagram, and we're just dabbling into TikTok. So you can find all the information you'd like there. You can stop on by. We have different flyers, always look in the shopper. But on our website, we'll have our classes and our events listed. So check it out. We'd love to see you.
It just keeps getting better. Thanks to the Center for the Arts for their efforts to provide outlets and education to those with a love of that creative bent. To learn more about how the wonderful space will be used, go to centerfortheartsnh.org. When we come back, Charles Glidewell will have a few words reflecting on this Easter season. Stay with us as we bring you a few words from another underwriter that makes your Yankee Chronicle possible. Remember, buying local is a way to sustain the businesses that sustain your favorite organizations.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
Welcome back. I'm Abby Peel, your Yankee Chronicle host. As the season brings a hope of renewal as expressed by the greening of foliage and the emergence of beautiful flowers, this is also a time of Christian hope in the resurrection of Christ as expressed by the celebration of Easter. Joining us now is Pastor Charles Glidewell with his words on this hope.
As I reflected on Easter this year, and as I've thought about our services that are approaching, a question that I've been reflecting on is, how would I describe Easter in one word? And the word that I've landed on, at least for this year, is the word forward. I would describe Easter with the word forward. You know, the disciples, after Jesus was crucified, they were looking backward a lot. You've got there in the Gospel of Luke, it says that a couple of Jesus' disciples, they were on what was known as the road to Emmaus. And it says there that they were talking about all of the things that had taken place. They were looking backward. You've got Peter, who was a fisherman when Jesus called him. Well, after Jesus, again, after he was crucified and dead and buried, Peter decides that he's going to go back to fishing, and that's what he does. You've got the women. They go back to the tomb. And when the disciples aren't looking backward, they're just sort of stuck in the present with a lot of fear. It says in the Gospel of John that the disciples are locked in an inner room because they are afraid. They did not yet understand the real meaning, the real impact of Easter. And then Jesus, the risen Lord, appears in their midst. And he explains to them that even in death, God is able to make a way forward. Jesus had been crucified, he'd been laid in a tomb, and now he was standing there alive. In one place in the New Testament, Jesus actually describes himself as the one who was dead, but is now alive forevermore. Well, you may find yourself wherever you are, for whatever reason, looking back. It could be no more than some nostalgia. You think back on times that you've already had and you wish that you could relive them. Maybe some of you look back and you've got a lot of regret. You wish that you could have more than a few do-overs. And maybe for others of you, This is a real existential crisis. You know for a fact that your time is coming to an end, and you find yourself looking back. Well, if for whatever reason today you are looking back, I've got really good news for you. The God who revealed himself in Jesus Christ and the God who raised him from the dead is able to give you a way forward. Whenever we put our trust in Christ, he is able to give us a way forward. The Bible says that whenever we confess with our mouths that Jesus is Lord, that is, whenever we recognize him as not only the King over all of creation, but the King over our lives, as the one who ought to have authority over our lives, whenever we confess him as Lord. And whenever we believe in our hearts that God has raised him from the dead, we will be saved. And what you learn as a Christian is that Jesus saves you from all kinds of things. And one of the things that he's able to save you from is from looking back. He's able to save you from getting stuck in the disappointment and the despair and the cynicism of the present. This God is able to give you a future. You will experience resurrection hope when you put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ. You'll experience the joy that comes with knowing this God for whom there are no dead ends. God is always able to make a way. Come what may, he's always able to give you a future. Well, if you'd like to hear more about Easter, I invite you to celebrate Easter with us at FBC. If you don't already have plans, we're going to begin at sunrise. We're going to have our Easter sunrise service at 5:55. Easy to remember, 5:55 on Easter morning. That'll be our Easter sunrise service. We will have that on the campus of Colby Sawyer College. You can just park in the Hogan Center parking lot, and someone will be there to guide you to the service. And then at 9 o'clock, we will have our traditional Easter service. And at 11 o'clock, we will continue to celebrate Easter with our praise and worship service. Hope to see you there. Would love for you to join us. And I want you to remember that though you may feel far from God, God is never far from you. The Lord bless you and keep you.
Thank you, Charles, and we wish all of our Christian friends a blessed celebration of Easter. I'd like to thank the Life is Good store for hosting our show today. Their message certainly fits in with the greatness of this season. Join us next week at the same time as we hear from the owner of Life is Good to tell us more about this unique shop that is part of the Tucker's Restaurant Complex. Keith Coughlin, the Executive Artistic Director at the New London Barn Playhouse, will give us a rundown of what's up for this summer season. Laura Kessler from the Newport Opera House will tease us with their upcoming shows and a travel event they have planned. And we'll close with our own Elizabeth Durazio on the Concord to Newberry Rail Trail for an update and an invite. Don't miss our Game of the Week replays on Comcast 8 and TDS TV 13 and 1013 and at ycnnow.com every Sunday and Monday at noon and 7 p.m. This week we have the 2024 Division III Girls Basketball Championship game as Kearsarge takes on Hopkinton. I'm Abby Peel. Tune in again this same time next week for another edition of Yankee Chronicle. Let's spring into spring, everyone.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.